Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. Today we'll be looking at Enemy Spotted Studios. This is for their Kill Wager game. It's their set called Ultramodern Contractor Squad. Now I purchased this after the closure of the Kill Wager Kickstarter, and in that they had a special on a 2-player starter set for $78. So I bought 2 squads. One of the squads was the Contractor set. So we got Eastern Contractors, and this is the Ultramodern Contractors. So these are what are in reality passes the Americans. And you also got 4 drones, these special little drones. Kill Wager is a near future, like 100 years away, as near game. So these guys are supposed to pass as like Western European, NATO, U.S. Special Forces guys. So they have Western style armaments here. And overall what I found, Enemy Spotted Studios does like a little print farm. And so normally you just got to go around, make sure any debris is off of them. And they have some of the points where the frame ties into the model like that. Just pop those off. But no mold lines. Very good experience with their 3D printed resin here. Very clean so far. Let's check the barrels. Sometimes the barrels get a little bent shipping. But overall, about $6.33 a model here. That's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on their bases that came with it, and we'll compare it to the rest of the collection. Alright, now we have everything on its bases and cleaned off. Did find some of the little enclosure cage that comes with the 3D print. Some of the models still had some of the little sprues still stuck in some of the nooks and crevices, so I cleaned that out. They just came right off. One issue I had is I was trying to straighten out the barrel to the light machine gun saw guy, and it snapped off. Fortunately, it's pointed down, you won't notice it. But, I had my baking tray, I broke it off, fell in the baking tray, I used my tweezers to pick it up, and then they snapped into the carpet. Flung out there, so I'm not getting those back. But since I have them on their bases, what I wanted to show you is what it would look like in its home environment. So this is a tile I made for gaming. We have some Black Site Studios terrain, a Black Site Studio building, pretty much my standard outdoor rural stuff. And for urban stuff I use a lot of MCP, because even though it's 54mm, the height of the buildings works great for 28mm. The only issue would be like this counter height right here, but otherwise fits in great with my terrain. Now let's move to the side and let's compare it to some of the existing collections. So we'll pick on these 2 guys here. Now let's start in with something it fits great with. Echelon Software has Black Powder Red Earth. Good color layer, working great. Something else similar bulk, though the weapons are thicker, is something Anvil Industry. Anvil Industry makes great models for the modularity, plug and play, customize your own stuff. So bulk-wise, it fits. Their weapons seem to be a little bit thicker, bulkier than their weapons, but proportionally, touch shorter, but right, I don't know, frame size here. But one, popular modern is Spectre miniatures. So let's go with one of the new ZBrush CAD sculpted ones versus the old hand school sculpted ones. The new ones work the best with this one. They're still a little bit skinnier. This guy definitely skinnier. Now I noticed the difference in the base height. I try to put all my moderns on 25mm bases, the kinds you get from Games Workshop. For Kill Wager, I felt it necessary to just use the bases that came with it. I don't know why. That seems to help with the Spectre ones. These guys are crouched down, he's fully standing up. Standing, with your eye 4 feet away, good fit in there. But bringing that up, let's take something from the hand sculpts, some of the older school stuff. So Brigade Games, this is from the Drug War Z. Now he says he's 28 millimeters, but he comes from the old school idea of what 28 millimeters was before the power creep. So honestly, most ultra-modern stuff you see, especially the ZBrush stuff, is closing on the 32 millimeter. So this guy is definitely short, even with the raised base. Now let's take something like Antholonica Wargaming. I just got these. They're pushing hard into ultra-modern. So the height is right. The build is actually pretty close. The weapons, similar size, but you can just tell the hand. You can tell that the character of hand sculpting versus the ZBrush design. It's noticeable there, especially around the head and face. But size-wise, it does work. Overall, for $6.33 a miniature for these 6 guys, make a great NATO, U.S.-Canada special operations team. So, contractors, I'm happy with it. Goodbye. So, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.